back to another underrated movies video. I think this is number 11, but you guys know I could be wrong. But you know, because it says up there or down there or somewhere. So yeah, you guys know. But yeah, I haven't done one of these for a little while. And I think it's because I kind of start to question myself now. I'm like, what makes an underrated movie? And then I'm like, well, you know, these aren't necessarily the most underrated movies ever. They're just movies that I personally really enjoyed and think deserve a little bit more love, and I haven't heard a lot of people talking about. So I think that's what classes for an underrated movie in this video thing. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. As always, I have 3 movies to talk about that I really enjoyed and haven't heard many people talking about. So the first one I have is Starred Up. And now this is quite a bit of a different movie for me, really. I look at this movie and I think, yeah, I'm not going to love it, but I might enjoy it. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, I definitely recommend it because, like I say, you know, I thought, you know, I'm going to enjoy this, it's going to be okay, I'll like it, but I wasn't expecting too much from it. And the reason I actually picked it up is because I watched Jack O'Connor in Unbroken, and I thought he was fantastic. I loved Unbroken. If you haven't seen Unbroken, definitely check out Unbroken. But yeah, so I then went ahead and picked up Starred Up, and I also wanted to pick up 71. I'd seen him previously in Skins, the British TV show, and you know, I wasn't really super bothered to see him in anything else, but after I saw him in Unbroken, I was like, yes, need to see more of him. So I picked up Starred Up, and honestly, I really enjoyed this movie. It was different, it was interesting, it was kind of tense at times. Basically, it's a prison drama type of thing. It's a British prison drama, and it's just kind of so different than any of others that I've seen before. I just really enjoyed it. This young guy who, I think he's 19 in the film, and he goes into a, what would you call it, like a proper prison. I don't know, don't know what you'd call it. He goes into a prison, you know, and he was originally, you know, in a young offenders prison, and he, you know, he gets sent to the normal older people prison. I'm obviously not very in the know with prisons. He gets sent there, and it's kind of about his experience and lots of other things. I can't really explain it because I don't want to give it away. There are some twists and turns which I really liked, and it wasn't constantly on with fighting and action and stuff. It was kind of more, had more depth to it than that. I feel like I'm explaining this movie awfully, but I don't know how to really. It was just very different, and I really just enjoyed it, and I found it very interesting as well. So if you kind of enjoy movies like that, or prison movies, or, you know, even if you don't, because I'm not going to go around saying, oh yeah, I really enjoyed prison movies. I don't really watch many prison movies, to be honest, but this one I really enjoyed. So yeah, again, Jack O'Connor was great. I'll definitely look out for more that he's going to be in the future. And I do want to see 71, which I believe is a war film with him in. But yeah, if you haven't seen Starred Up and you've kind of looked into it and thought, yeah, I want to see that, I definitely recommend it. I honestly really enjoyed it, and I think I'd watch it again. So yeah, it gets a big thumbs up from me. If you have seen Starred Up, let me know what you thought about it. But yeah, so for now, that is the first one in the underrated movies, and it is Starred Up. The second one in the underrated movies I have here is The Railway Man. And honestly, I've not really heard anybody really talk about this, and it has Colin Firth in, Nicole Kidman, and some other people, but I'm not the biggest Colin Firth fan. You guys probably heard me say this in the past, so it wasn't one that I rushed out to buy, and to be honest, I didn't know what it was about, and I bet it tells you on the back. Yeah, it says during the Second World War in the first sentence on the back, and I didn't even realise it was going to be a war film. I mean, it looks a bit, no, I just didn't. I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but I really do enjoy war films, so you know, but this one was very different, and I liked that. I was like, yes, okay. It was kind of a prisoner of war film. Obviously, you know, it's Second World War. I've just said that, yeah. And it was different. It was definitely a different war film, and it had really interesting concepts to it in terms of basically there's 2 storylines that kind of interlock, and it's the present and then the past. And Colin Firth, you know, is kind of living his life and looking back on his past in the war, and it's so interesting. I don't know, I loved that they didn't just have him at the beginning and then flash all the way back to the war. It was kind of, it did deal with him now in the modern day, and a lot happened, and I really enjoyed this movie, and I really don't want to give much away, because like I say, I went into this not even knowing what the film was about, I don't think, and then I was really surprised, and I was like, oh wow, I really enjoyed this movie. Yeah, why haven't I heard too much about this movie? So yeah, this one surprised me, and I really enjoyed it. So if you enjoy your kind of war films, I definitely recommend this one. Or if you did enjoy, bringing it back up again, Unbroken, which was also a Second World War prisoner of war film, then you would maybe enjoy this one too. see much unbrokenness in this video, I don't really know. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed this. Colin Firth was great in it, Nicole Kidman was good in it, but she wasn't in it a lot. There was a guy in it though as well, whose name I don't know. He's this guy on the back here. You guys probably can't see the back there. Anyway, he was great in it too, and this young guy, the young boy who played the young Colin Firth, he was fantastic. Loved him. I loved the railway kind of connection it had with everything. It makes sense. The railway man kind of all comes into it, but I won't really get into that. But yeah, I really enjoyed that kind of aspect of the film. It wasn't just a war film. That's what I liked about this. It was so much to it, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I really enjoyed the railway man, and I definitely recommend this one because I was expecting to kind of, you know, just enjoy it, but I went out with that one like, yes. Well, it, you know, it wasn't a happy film, so I didn't go out of it like, yes, but I kind of went out like, oh, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that makes sense, kind of. Okay, and the third film I have to talk about today, I don't have with me because they didn't release it in the UK, which makes me sad. But I did a review on it, so you're kind of thinking, why did I include it here? But I just want to mention it briefly because I loved the heck out of this movie. It's definitely one of my favourite films I've watched this year. I just loved it. And that is Soul Surfer with Anna Sophia Robb, and it is based on a true story about Bethany Hamilton, the surfer who lost her arm by a shark when she was surfing, you know. And I just loved the movie so much. It was heartfelt, it was sad, it was funny, it was all the things. The movie, I loved it. I definitely recommend everybody check it out. I honestly really enjoyed that movie so much, and I definitely will watch it again. It is on the UK Netflix, so if you have Netflix, definitely check it out. But it's not available on DVD or Blu-ray here, which is sad, but it is other places, so yeah. But yeah, if you have Netflix, definitely check it out. So yeah, Soul Surfer I honestly loved so much. I just loved it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my underrated movies. We have Soul Surfer, The Railway Man, and Startup. I think they're three kind of really different movies, so I definitely recommend if you are interested in any of them, just definitely check out one of them. I enjoyed them all. And yeah, until then guys, I will see you next time. I hope you enjoy underrated movies, and I'll see you then. Thumbs up if you do. Goodbye!